Welcome to 5 Questions with the Jew. I'm your host, Jeff Curry. It's good. By the way, I do know it is smoking. My grandfather just burnt toast. It's awesome. Alright, so this is my fourth video. Apparently it's in high demand. I've been getting threatening messages on my wall, inbox, home phone, mailbox. Leave me alone. I'm trying. I ran out of film. I have the internet. I'm here to answer your questions. Apparently I became this all-knowing force somewhere along the way. So let's just get right to it. Our first question is from Brandon Stewart of Barrie, Ontario. He wants to know why I am afraid of Jeepers frickin' creepers. Why am I afraid of him? Man, his wings take your head off. He licks bus windows. He can fly with they're not to be afraid of. Would you be petrified of him? I'm scared. He's gonna rip my eyes out, so I have to keep my sunglasses on hold and go, nah! Like, seriously, man. He's scary. Just gotta stay away from him. I don't want to die. That's for Jeepers Creepers. Moving on to our second question. From is it Mike Seifert? Mike Seifert? He wants to know, is it rude for a deaf person to talk, or sign, with their mouth full of food? I would think so. It's rude for us to talk while we have our mouth full. I believe if you get the sign, sign it away. I'd be pretty offended. If you sign me with your mouth full, have some respect. Damn, what's wrong with these people? If a transvestite goes missing, would you put her face on the curtain of half and half? That's horrible. That is horrible. No. You don't ever see that anymore. You don't ever see no one missing kids on milk carton. You see one on a bulletin board now. Who cares? It's horrible these days. A horrible world we live in. But you can't put a missing kid's face on a milk carton. Let alone Mike's thinking so horribly that transvestite has to be on half and half. You need help. That's horrible. Alright. Are eyebrows considered facial hair? They better be, because that's the only facial hair I got, so they better be considered facial hair. So, yeah, I consider it facial hair. For those of you who don't, stop ruining my dreams. There's nothing here. Little stubble. Oh, this is where it comes from. This is where magic is. Alright, moving on. Alright, next question is from, my computer's slow, by the way, so as this goes on, you're going to notice that. I go from question to question. Oh, let me see here. I'm basically going to go until there's like 5 minutes of it. Now, see, this is being slow. Anyone that doesn't notice this right now, it's being a pain in my butt. Alright, I have from 2 different people that are just in the same message, from Candy Krause and Mike McMillan. Mike, yeah. Okay, this question got load. Let's see how I'm feeling. We'll go on with it. We'll go on with it. It's Candy doesn't have to find it every time. Mikey McMillan, sorry, wants to know if I were gay. He's asking me this: if I were gay, who would be the first male actor you'd go to? Mikey? I know everyone's gonna think Brad Pitt. No way, I'm not Brad Pitt kind of guy. You know who I'd want? Rob Schneider. You know why? Anyone ever seen that movie, The Hot Chick, where he's dressed like a prostitute? He's working that pink bra, man. It was just like, oh, that was weird. You get weirder in this show. If you've been with me so far, there's no way I can offend you now. Alright, now. Yeah, it's taking a look. Yep. Okay. From Candy, who do you fantasize about when you think about sex? Myself. That's how in love I am with myself. Every time I wake up and dream like that, I look at myself and go, That was, excuse me, there's a private moment between myself and myself. So, yeah. Next question. Um, yeah, this doesn't really work, but Candy wants to know who I think, in the room I'm in right now, who has the longest penis. Me. Even if there are 10 million guys in me, but nobody else is in here. It's just me, a bag of chips, some chocolate milk, my phone, my sunglasses. Maybe some pretty long. Maybe seen. I don't know. Measure that out between mine. It's Ben. Okay, there's a shout out. You know who you are. So yeah, me, I have the longest penis in the world. Oh, don't say otherwise. Moving on. Okay, Jamie, I can't answer that because I'm the only guy in this room right now. There's no who I have to be my slave. I don't know. The pool table, the coffee table, I don't know. So I'm really here at my grandmother's, man. It's kind of hard. All right. And my final question, yep, my final question is from an old friend of mine, Kristen Clarabella Westwood. My phone number's not going off. All right. She wants to know if you could be anything or anyone, dead or alive, who would you be and how would you change the world? If I could be anybody in the world, it's hard. I would be someone whose nickname is not the Jew. You know, I'd be Adam Sandler. I would be, man. He's in all the funny movies. He gets all the women. He's ugly son of a street. He's a piece of shit car. Piece of shit car. That, what else? Yeah. He just got it all. Making money. Got the Hanukkah song, you know, shout out to the Jews. You know? But I'd be Adam Sandler. How would I change the world? Oh, I got one. I make it so there's absolutely only one serious part of 5 questions. I would make it that there would be no drama in the world. You try to start drama for unnecessary reason, you go to jail. That's what I want to be. I can walk out my front door and not be ridiculed for being a Jew. That's right. So that's how I change the world. No more drama in this world. No more ridiculing, bullying. Stop. That's how I would change the world. Make the world a better place. Now, this concludes 5 questions with the Jew. I hope you have enjoyed. Give me some feedback. Let me know. Don't threaten me anymore about making videos. Y'all demanding it. You know, I work too. So much I have to do these. You know. Alrighty. So thank you for letting me waste your life a little bit more by watching me here. Uh, keep sending me your questions. I'll keep giving you answers. And that's all. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. Don't get too drunk. Save me some Jack Daniels. See you next time.